Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel for a new unboxing and review. Today it's Venom, the special edition from the Venom movie. It's kind of frustrating that my pre-order was part of the last batches that Sideshow received, but at least it's finally there and I'm really excited to open it. So first, let's talk about the box. It's a really big box. It's as big as the box of Hulk from Avengers Endgame. Since it's a special edition figure, you have the Hot Toys special edition sticker. And also, since I got it from Sideshow Collectibles, you also have the Sideshow exclusive sticker. I really like the design of the box. It feels as the first part of the box is the Venom symbiote wrapped up around the box of the figure. Throughout the first part of the box you have some holes, and at the center you have a huge promotional picture of Venom. It looks great. On this side you can see the rest of Venom's tongue. At the top you can see the logo of the movie, and at the bottom in black you can see the name of the character. At the back you can see some information about the product. When you remove the first part of the box, you get the box of the figure, and it features several pictures of the movie. I think it looks pretty cool, and on this side you see the eyes of Venom. When you open the box, you can see the figure there with some accessories, and there some additional accessories. It reminds me of Sideshow Collectibles figure boxes, except here it's an Hot Toys figure, and I think it's the first time that Hot Toys does this. And actually it looks cool on this figure. So now let's open this and talk about the accessories. Venom comes with a lot of accessories, even for the normal version. The special edition only comes with one additional Venom symbiote head. So first, let's take a look at the display base and then we'll see the other accessories. It's a big and thick display base on which there is Venom's eyes. It actually uses a reflective pattern, which I think is pretty cool. And then you also have the nameplate. As for the stand, it's a crotch grabber. Now let's see the different hands. There are 6 hands, 2 open hands, the usual closed fist hands. Then there is a pointing hand, and a final hand to hold one of the weapons that comes with Venom. The weapon I'm talking about is the symbiote sword. It's nicely sculpted with a symbiote effect. I think it looks pretty great. You also have this big symbiote weapon. It can be attached to the arm of the figure. I love how they sculpted the symbiote effect. It looks amazing. You also have this symbiote arm. And then you have a bunch of symbiote tentacles. Each symbiote tentacle has some small holes which allows you to bend the tentacle. So really don't be afraid to bend it when you pose your figure. It's made for that. So first let's take a look at the symbiote tentacle from the special edition. It's a Venom head with a tongue. Nasty, isn't it? Then there's this head. It's a smiling Venom head. Then there's this one. It's 2 tentacles with no heads. And then you have this group of 3 tentacles, 2 without the head and 1 with the open mouth and tongue Venom head. So you also have an additional head sculpt for the figure with different tongues. We'll see that later. Now let's take a look at the figure. I feel very lucky to have been able to pre-order that figure at Sideshow Collectibles and thus getting it at the normal price. Last year there was a lot of hype for Venom Let There Be Carnage. And what happened is that figure went on waitlist very fast. Same for the normal version, and the waitlist turned quickly full. If I remember well, I pre-ordered that figure and less than a week after it was already on the waitlist, and I was like, what? But I do understand that Venom Let There Be Carnage was so much fun. I went to see it 3 times in cinemas. That should tell you how much I liked it. When waitlists were full at Sideshow Collectibles, resellers started raising their prices. You could find that figure on eBay for $800. That's insane! Thankfully, now you can pre-order the Venom Let There Be Carnage version if you weren't able to get the first Venom figure. Plus, if you get the Venom Let There Be Carnage version, you get the Venomized Eddie Brock Headsculpt. For us who got the first Venom figure, we have to pre-order the Carnage Deluxe version figure to get the Venomized Eddie Brock Headsculpt. Personally, that's not a problem for me because I really want the Carnage figure as well. You can watch my figure previews of Carnage and the Venom version from Venom Let There Be Carnage on my channel. So now let's take a closer look at that figure. This figure is made of rubbery material, so that means you have seamless articulation for the knees and for the elbows, so you're gonna have to be careful with that. The use of the rubbery material was the best solution for that figure, at least that's what I think. It's a collectible, so they need to be as accurate as possible, and the rubbery material allowed them to give us the best looking Venom symbiote. Plus, it also hides the articulation for the knees and the elbows, and that way it doesn't look like a typical action figure, it actually looks like a collectible, which is what it is. So yes, you have to be careful when you have seamless articulation, but at least it looks better for that type of figure. You really can see the muscles sculpted on that figure. It looks really great. Look how impressive that figure is. I love it. It looks just like in the movie. There are 3 pegs that you can remove to attach the tentacles. And this one. However, I do have a slight problem with that. As you can see, the tentacles are like this. So when you insert a tentacle, it looks like this. And I'm a little bit afraid that over time, if you leave the figure with the tentacles, well, they may damage the figure. We'll see with time, but I'm a little bit worried about that. It looks good with the tentacles. I'm definitely going to use that for toy photography. As for display, like I said a moment ago, I'm not really sure about that. Or if I do, I won't keep them for a long period of time. Look how big that sword looks on the figure. and it looks pretty great as well. If you decide to display the figure with that sword, be careful because it's quite heavy, so make sure that your figure is well supported by the stand. And the same advice goes for the long symbiote arm. It doesn't look as good as the big sword, but I do have some ideas for it for toy photography. It's not really easy to install the sword in the hand because the sword has some sharp edges and the end is quite stiff, but if you are careful it will work. And it looks good also with the sword. Now let's talk about the head sculpt. The smiling head sculpt looks amazing. It's spot on. Hot Toys has beautifully recreated Venom. I love it. Look how cool it is. And the paint application is perfect. The cool thing about the Headsculpts is that it works with magnets. And it's something that I think Hot Toys should use more often when you have additional Headsculpts. It's really easy to change the heads. The second head is the open mouth head. And it comes with 3 different tongues, and each tongue works with magnets. This head sculpt is even more amazing than the smiling one. I mean, look how wicked this is. This is so cool. So this is the first tongue. Then you have this one. That's really great. And then the final one. I really love how each tongue looks. It's fantastic. I mean, wow, Hot Toys, you have done an amazing job. Now about articulation, you can have the head look up, look down, look on the side, so it has a pretty good articulation range. Then for the arms, you can move them like this, the elbows like this, the hands can move. You can also move the arms slightly like this. As for the legs, if you pull them down slightly like this, you have a bigger articulation range. The knees can move like this, and then the feet can also move. So now let's see some poses. This is an amazing figure, I don't regret getting it, and it comes with a lot of accessories, which means you have so many awesome possibilities for display. Now, if you want a Venom figure, I would recommend pre-ordering the Venom Let There Be Carnage version, it's easier to get. Thanks again for watching, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and we are Venom!